Hello and welcome to Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce, where we connect with Troy Chamber members and as they give us a glimpse into their company and share some of the business lessons they learned along the way. Hi, everyone. I'm Tara Thompson-Cusack, President and CEO of the Troy Chamber of Commerce, and I am joined today by our amazing co-host, Sheila Dunstad, and Vice President of the Chamber.
Hello, everyone.
First, I'd like to take a moment to thank our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. Stay tuned for our very first commercial break where you can learn how you can rely on Trion. Sheila, we got a great guest lined up today. Why don't you give us a little glimpse of who we're meeting today?
We certainly do. Well, today we're meeting with Susan Hollady. Susan is currently the Executive Director for Leadership Oakland, a nonprofit organization here in Oakland County. She's been with the organization for 10 years. She's responsible for leading the staff, managing the financials, obtaining sponsors, overseeing programs and events, and engaging the LO alumni. Born and raised in Grand Ledge, Michigan, she now lives in Rochester Hills, where she's been for 29 years. In her spare time, she enjoys tennis, working out at Barcode, volunteering, and attending professional sporting events. Welcome, Susan.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me today. I'm excited to just discuss a lot more about Leadership Oakland and what we do.
I love it. Well, I didn't know you were that into sports, but now you're making me feel a little guilty for being a couch potato. But Susan, you know, we know what Leadership Oakland is. We've obviously love what you guys are doing, but I do think a lot of people don't really know what Leadership Oakland is or kind of the impact that it makes. So could you give us a little glimpse into Leadership Oakland?
Absolutely. You know, I've been with the organization for 10 years, but I have to admit, I did not know about Leadership Oakland. And I had been in the county for almost 20 years at that time, but a friend of mine was getting ready to go through the Cornerstone program. And she said, Susan, there's an opening. You got to apply. And I'm like, what is Leadership Oakland? So, you know, after the interview and getting the job, you know, I have to admit, Leadership Oakland is special. What we really do is focus on three pillars.
Okay.
Your personal, your professional, and your public leadership. So it gives you an all-around look at yourself, what you do for a profession, and then really the biggest thing is how to get back to the public and how to get back to the communities that you work and live in. So Leadership Oakland is an organization where every year we get 50 amazing professionals from the county.
50 in a class.
50 in a class.
Wow.
Yeah, and we start them out, we take them up north. And we tell them, leave your ego at the line, at the county line, take them up to Higgins Lake, and we spend 2.5 days just getting to know everyone and really looking at the year ahead. And what are we going to accomplish?
That's extreme networking right there. You just put 50 professionals in a room up north.
Out
together.
in the woods.
Yes, out in the woods with no technology.
Barely.
Barely. Oh, gosh.
Are you scared about that, Sheila? Why?
I may be a little bit, as I'm very excited to announce that I've been accepted in this year's class. Woo! Very excited. Best class yet. Can you tell me what I can expect when I go up to Higgins Lake for the rest of the year?
Absolutely. So first, you're going to come up with an amazing 50 people that probably you don't know a lot of them.
She knows a lot. I don't know.
So now that you've let that secret out of the bag, usually we don't let people know who's in their class. So it's really a surprise to get there and just meet everyone. And from there on, you're going to meet one day a month, and we're going to tackle a topic. So we might take healthcare. What are the challenges and the resources available in our county related to healthcare? We bring in amazing speakers, and you get a chance to look at a field that you might not be in. Right. You're in a chamber, right?
Yes.
So exposing you to healthcare or nonprofits or diversity or arts. Every month we'll tackle a topic, bring in amazing speakers, and really make you a more well-rounded leader in your organization and in your community. And then the amazing thing that you get to do is all 50 of you being really strong leaders, you will have to choose a nonprofit in the community and actually do a day of service for them.
Oh, I love that.
So you got to fundraise, you got to plan, you got to see what their needs are, and then you execute a day of service for that nonprofit. So that's the public piece of the program. And then when you graduate, you get to join 1,500 other alumni and be part of an LO network and an LO family.
That is going to be so fun. I can't wait. Cannot wait.
I think it's really cool on the fact that you have those 3 pillars that you work off of. And it kind of showcases, obviously, we already have these great leaders in our community, but it gives them that opportunity to excel even more and to grow more and grow their network, which is a lot of what chambers do as well. So, I mean, Sheila's already a spectacular leader.
Yeah.
So after a year, let's see how great you can get.
Watch out.
And you know what we find? When people graduate, they go join a school board, or they'll join a nonprofit board, or they'll run for office.
Don't run for office. Hold that back.
Or we've had people start their own nonprofit. So it actually gives them confidence as a stronger leader, more well-rounded leader, to go do something that maybe they were thinking about. And now they have the courage to go take that next step.
Yeah, I think it's important too that obviously, Sheila, you brought it up, that everyone says we're the best class ever. You see it everywhere. But it's really interesting because when you do look at the alumni base, there is a pride. There is a pride that showcases. I see it in hashtags all the time when people are printing, like writing any social media feeds, all the above. Where does that pride come from?
You know, it starts at retreat. And you will come up with a slogan, you know, we are the best class ever, or like one class, we are the best class ever, exclamation point, smiley face.
Wow.
So each class will have their own pride and their own mark. Some of them create their own logo and take it that step. But then it's a competition. So it makes it fun. Sometimes when we do events, let's see who can raise the most money for this charity at this event. And it becomes a competition between classes.
So much to plan for.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
We are
Ready.
so excited, Sheila, to have you in the class this year.
I'm honored. I really am. Very excited. And it actually was surprised when I got my acceptance letter. So it was a very happy moment.
Well, and this has been on your agenda for a while. You've
For
always
a
wanted
very
to be
long
a part
time.
of this.
Yes.
So
Timing was just right this year.
I love it. Perfect.
Excited.
Well, guys, I think this is a great time to take a quick little break and hear a word from our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. We'll be right back, everyone.
Why are all these business owners smiling? Because they rely on Trion to handle difficult and time-consuming HR tasks like payroll, benefits administration, and more. Working with one of the nation's top professional employer organizations provides access to top-tier healthcare and employee benefit plans and Trion's team of attorneys and HR experts. With Trion, you don't have to grow it alone. Visit RelyOnTrion.com.
You can always rely on Trion.
Welcome back to Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce. We are here with Susan Hollady. Susan, you have such an interesting background from a personal and professional level, and I think it gave you a variety of skills and talents that translate so well into your role. Could you just give us a little bit about your background?
Absolutely. So I went to Grand Valley State University to be a commercial artist, believe it or not. And everybody said, you need to take a computer class, right? Back in the 80s. So I took a computer class, loved my professor, and got a computer science degree in the end. So I spent 20 years actually in the IT industry. I managed consultants for about 8 to 10 years. I traveled, my region was the Midwest. So I managed consultants doing implementations for customers all over the Midwest. So a different background.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, life hands you challenges. And, 20 years ago, I lost my husband to cancer.
Oh.
And so I had to make a shift. I had a 9-year-old daughter at home, and I could no longer really travel and put 100% into a career.
Yeah.
So it was a good change for me and made a shift, planned a ton of events for a while, and then landed at Leadership Oakland, which is a perfect fit. And I can take the skills of managing people, managing customers, and I can translate that into a program now where I have to go get sponsors. I have to build relationships. And it's a really good transition for me. And then I have the technology background, which, as we talked, sometimes is a real benefit as well. So quite a journey. I say I've had 2 wonderful careers, and I just love being back at Leadership Oakland.
I love it. It's funny. You're a right brain, left brain. Like the artist brain is like one side. I don't even know if it's left or right, whatever it is, but it's that, right? Like you don't think of technology and art being a combination piece, but it does seem to bring this kind of well-rounded environment that you can translate and bring back to everybody.
I'm left-handed, right? So I've got that piece going. So that brings the creativity part. But I think I learned early on after 3 years of sitting at a desk and programming that wasn't for me. And so I luckily had a great mentor who took me under his wings and took me into leadership. So I was an account manager for EDS at 25 years old, managing a team of 25 people. So I learned early on what not to do and what to do. And I think it's helped me become a better leader, early on and learn along the way.
Yeah, I just want to also take a moment to say I'm so sorry to hear that about your husband.
Thank you.
Obviously, that created some difficulties in your life, but it did create a lasting kind of change in your life. And can you talk a little bit about what that change did to you and how it kind of changed your, I guess, career path and all the above?
Yeah, absolutely. And I have to say, it brought my daughters and I so close. We are super close to this day. We take a trip together every year. She's 29 now, but it's on our agenda every year to go somewhere special. But her dad, my husband, taught me positivity. And he battled cancer for 2 years, but he was positive till the very end. And so that positivity and really not sweating the small things and looking at what's important. And I think we all learned that during the pandemic, right?
Yes.
People reevaluated what's important to you and how do you make the most of that. And so family obviously is very important. Working in the community for me, volunteering, is always very important as well. But I think those lessons I learned by those challenges made me a stronger person.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh. I'm so intent on listening. I'm like, I have a question here. Well, you've shared some great information with everyone right now. What would be the one greatest lesson you've learned in your career? You can take a second to think about it. Because when we were writing these questions, I'm like, wow, that's a deep one. And that might take a minute.
Yeah. No, and there's many. So I'm trying to think.
You can list a few.
Yeah,
We're not going to be me.
So I think I'd go back to that not sweating the small things, right? And just looking at, today, what's important for today. You can't live in the past. You don't know what the future holds. So just taking the moments you can in the present. And then I think the other thing is take risk. I mean, I was 25 and I got asked to be a manager. I had no idea what I was doing. But, from then, they would ask for volunteers. Who wants to go do this? I'd raise my hand because why not take some risk, learn from what you can do and what you can't do. And so take risk along the way, get out of your comfort zone, and you're going to learn a lot and you're going to be rewarded down the road as well.
Well, it's funny, Sheila, she talked about the pillars of Leadership Oakland in the very beginning, and it sounds like you're living them.
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah.
If I look at it, and then I go back to my sports, so my outlet is my competitive tennis. I still play competitive tennis here in the Detroit area, and that's my outlet. So my stress relief. But yeah, you got to take care of yourself personally. I've got a great profession right now, and I'm on the board of Crossroads for Youth in Oxford. So, I've got that public piece going as well. And I think that's important.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with our members today? I know we kind of talked all over the place, but is there anything you'd like to share?
I guess I would just invite all of you, come experience LO. We've got some amazing events planned for the rest of the year. We've got an amazing Breakfast of Champions event on October 11th. Come see what LO is like. People come to our events and they say, wow, this is a really unique group of people. They're friendly, they're nice, they've got a great profession, but they want to do more in their communities. So come see what we're about. I would invite all of you, reach out to me. I'd love to have you come to one of our events.
I'm always fascinated when I see the gambit of different professionals that have gone through or will be hopefully going through the program. It's just such a variety. It's a little bit of everything. And you talk about molding a background. That's how you do it, a little bit of everything and learning from all. So yeah, that's what I said. Best class ever coming up, but I'm excited to be involved.
Yeah, if you look at the industries of individuals that have gone through the program, they're entrepreneurs, they're in healthcare, they're attorneys, they're in service organizations,
Fortune
nonprofits.
500, everything.
Yeah. I won't spill the beans, but we got a pretty high level profile person going through the class this year. So
Sheila.
oh,
Yes.
oh, with Sheila. But no, it's all levels, all industries. It's a great program.
Oh, we can't wait. Or I can't wait, I should say. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today, sharing information on Leadership Oakland for our members to learn more, and just really appreciate all you do for us, for the community, and for the businesses at large.
Check out leadershipoakland.com.
I love it. I love that she gave her slogan at the end. That's fantastic. Well, and it's funny. Sheila gets to go through it this year. I'll apply the following year, so hopefully I get accepted. Sheila will beat me out to it and be like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, you're not getting in. They've already chosen." I'll be like, "Oh, okay." Well, that's all we have here today for members on the mic with the Tri-Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much to
You're
Susan
welcome.
with Leadership Oakland for joining us today. Thanks again to our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. For more information on joining the chamber or learning about some of these great events, or even Leadership Oakland, who is a wonderful chamber member, go to trichamber.com. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Bye now.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.